Hey guys, it's Ricer Boy, and as you've noticed, pretty much for all of my videos, I've parked next to this black EM2 Civic. No, it's owned by our very own Riceman, and he's going to give us a little tour and walk around of it today. So tell us the details.
Well, this is a 2001 Honda Civic EX. I purchased it about 3 years ago for the low price of $3,650, and it has been quite an adventure.
So it looks like you have some aftermarket rims. What are the details on those?
Well, I bought it with those rims already installed. It's what led me to it in the first place. It separated itself from regular old boring Civics.
Do you know the size?
The wheels themselves are 17 by 7s. The tires I actually replaced about 6 months into owning the car. They are Michelin Tennessee MXM4s, pretty much the nicest all-season tire I could get in 215 section width. Large for a Civic.
Oh yeah, really large. Let's take a tour of the inside.
Again, nothing really fancy in here. It is a manual with a Skunk 2 weighted shift lever and a suede boot. Doesn't have a short throw kit installed, but I don't really need that. It's got an aftermarket head unit, OBD2 transmitter, and a radar detector. Not that I can exceed the speed limit by very much anyway.
So what repairs have you done for the interior? Like headliner?
Oh, repairs. When I bought this car, the headliner was basically yellow foam, and it looked terrible. So I took it down, bought some suede cloth off the internet, and reupholstered the headliner myself. It also didn't come with sun visors, so a trip to the local pick and pull gave us these.
Yeah. So it looks like you got a steering wheel cover, aftermarket floor mats.
Came with the steering wheel cover, came with the floor mats. I added this phone mount so I can see all the gauges as I'm driving along.
See, it's a legit EX. No badge jobs here.
Actually, that badge fell off when I was waxing it, so it's super glued on.
Classy.
Anyway, when I bought this, there wasn't a trunk floor, so I took the liberty of making my own.
Got the repair kit in there. Pretty essential.
It's just jumper cables and zip ties. Pretty much a repair kit for a Civic owner. Nothing real exciting back here.
What about that exhaust, though?
Well, about 3 months after I bought it, the exhaust pipe fell off. So I took a trip to the local muffler shop, and the kind guy welded it on a new tip for free.
It's pretty nice. So what you have going on for brakes?
Well, I got drum brakes in the back and disc brakes in the front with anti-lock. The person I bought it from replaced them before I bought the car. They work pretty well.
Now the suspension is full independent, right?
Fully independent. In fact, in the rear, I upgraded the stock sway bar from the 13mm unit to a 19mm unit from a Civic SI. The parts lined up perfectly, direct swap, and it handles much better. The headlights were extremely cloudy when I bought it, so I decided to put in some new units there. The bumper is missing a wee bit of paint. Since it's a black car with black plastic, I decided I didn't care about it.
All right, let's take a look under the hood.
Under the hood, this does not look like your stock Civic. About a week into owning it, I realized that it was pushing coolant out the overflow, and I thought, what the heck could this be? Went through the whole rigmarole of changing the radiator cap, the thermostat, flushing the heater core, and then realized that it was a bad head gasket. And all it would do was dump combustion gases into the cooling system, pressurize the radiator, and blow out all the coolant. So, over the summer I decided to go to the local junkyard, grab a coolant reservoir from a Chevy Ave, wire up and plumb in the system, designed it myself, to vent the combustion gases out here. The curiosity of this system, coolant reservoir came from the smallest car Chevy makes. Radiator cap, Ford F-750, largest truck Ford makes. And they fit together.
So you can confidently say that you have a Japanese car with American parts. So this is like muscle meets tuner.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call an Ave muscle.
Well, this does have VTEC though, right?
Yes, this has the infamous VTEC E, where instead of switching cam profiles, it switches the second set of valves on. So up until about 4,300 RPM, it runs on 12 valves. 8 exhaust and 4 intake. Then after that point, the extra 4 intake valves turn on for a moderate VTEC kick.
Now I know that there's one more special thing about this car that I think everyone needs to know, and it's those horns. So I think we could hear them.
Also from the same junkyard, decided to pick an old Cadillac, and decided that the stock horn on this car was inadequate. Out goes the old, in go 4 Cadillac horns.
Ooh. Jesus Christ! Okay then, yeah, I'll pretend to not be terrified. I guess we can start it up and see how she runs.
Let's start it up.
Got a short ram intake with an AEM drive flow. Pretty nice. Let's listen to the exhaust. The whisper quiet. Not loud at all. Alright guys, so now that we're inside Riceman's EM2, you can see what it's like to drive and the handling with the suspension all set up. Now beyond the sway bar, you also have new suspension with this, right?
Well, when I bought it, it came with some service records. The previous owner replaced the front struts in 2012. I bought it in 2013. So, it's fairly new. For a Civic, I can throw it around corners and it'll stick pretty well.
Okay, so now comes the question that a lot of people are really insecure about, and with me at 193, I have to ask how many miles you're at.
I am at just over 173. The odometer rolled over 173 yesterday.
Alright guys, so now before we close this off, we're going to do a little pulling here. I think it'll be a 0 to 60, where we're going to see exactly how much power this thing makes. Holy shit, you got some tire smoke in there. So yeah guys, that'll pretty much do it. Riceman put in a lot of work into this car, and it's a good daily driver, and honestly I think it's a really fun little car. You're definitely going to see more of it on this channel. Thanks for watching guys, and peace out. So just as a little bonus clip, let's vent some pressure.
So after a spirited drive around the block, pre-head gasket mitigation system Civic would have coolant sprayed everywhere over here. A bit of pressure in the radiator hoses. Let's open the vent cap, see what happens.
Man,